waiver wire. I already sent the text out to everybody, so everybody should have received that this week. Waivers will process at 7:30 a.m. on Thursday. 7:30 a.m. on Thursday. After that, the free agent wire will be open, and yes, you more crafty players will be able to understand that, yes, this will be going on during the course of the games. Of course, once a player starts, you can't pick him up. He's locked out. And make sure you manage your roster wisely, because if you put somebody in early because you're traveling, you had a waiver claim, and you didn't fill them in, it's kind of on you. We try. Keep your eyes open, guys.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's podcast. We missed last week. This is week 11. I'm Sam, and we have with us, as always, Rob. How's it going, Rob?
It's fine, Sam.
Hey, that's fine. Hey, everybody, happy Thanksgiving this week. Hopefully you guys are out there enjoying time with family and friends, and be safe out there. But hey, let's take a look at standings. It's getting interesting, Rob. Let's look at Conference 1 real quick. Earth, the Hart Foundation, the Bag and the Bat, High Rollers, and TB12 the Great. Looks like anybody's game. The top three, right?
Yeah, sort of. It's Hart Foundation's to lose, right?
Yes.
I mean,
you're right. The points, yeah.
He's got it's effectively a 2-game lead with 3 to go at this point. I mean, It's 165 points, but he could go 1-2 and somebody in there go 3-0, but it's definitely his to lose. But we'll see.
Yeah, and Conference 1 at the Wind, Wolfpack, surprisingly 8-3. El Oso Verde, Autumn Wind, and Kelly Panthers 3-game winning streak. Is he back in it, Rob?
No. He would have to win out, and somehow, he's out of it for the division.
So Wolfpack, if Wolfpack loses out, if Wolfpack loses out 8-6, right?
Yeah. No, we're not going to sit here and do this. So, no. Kelly Panthers needs a million things to go.
He's out. No.
I am not going to do what-if scenarios for poor Kelly Panthers here.
Yeah, you're right.
A break, man.
Wolfpack would just go 8-6, and he'll be. There's no way. There's no way.
So anyway, so it's Wolfpack and El Oso Verde. Yeah, we get it. So Autumn Wind, better luck next time, guys.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a rookie year for him. Let's go to Conference 2 here. Savs.
Nobody has a chance. Savs has got it wrapped up. Let's move on to the Conference 4.
There we go. Let's get to the meaty-greedy right here. Ninja Assassin, New Denver, Degenerate, still in it, Raunchy,
Now this division we can entertain for just a second here because this division is extremely tight, and it's just kind of tightened up as the year's gone on. So I'm looking at Degenerate seemed to kind of have a stranglehold on it. He was red hot, and then we'll get to his 58 points here in a second. But
are we?
Raunchy Nuggets, man. He must be the luckiest son of a bitch out there. He's running. He's 6 points worse than me. Can you believe that, Sam? And
he has a chance at the playoffs.
Yeah, he's like 150 points behind everybody in the division or more. So it looks like an extraordinary long shot, but he seems to be blessed.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He has a chance.
He rides on God's whispers. So
he's not going away.
He never will, man. He just keeps hanging around, dude.
All right, let's go to the first matchup here and talk about the Hart Foundation versus El Oso Verde. Hart Foundation with an impressive 223. It's okay for this week, Rob. 223 is okay. You know what I mean? Ryan Fitzmagic, what happened to him? He must have got pulled again. That team is... I don't know what's going on with that team, Rob.
Well, I do. They suck. So, and then Ryan Fitzpatrick, given enough time, will turn into garbage. He does. This is nothing new for him. There's a reason why he's, the backup du jour. Nice guy. Horrible game. 4 points. 4 points. Yeah. But, Andrew Luck, Barkley looking nice there.
Yes.
T.Y. Hilton. I played against that Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton mess. I'd just like to give a kiss my ass to the whole Tennessee Titans franchise for just sucking. Okay, I mean, I hate that freaking team.
Yeah.
And I mean, what the hell was that game is ridiculous. And so yeah, Andrew Ty. I mean, that's what they're going to do to teams who don't bother to come to play football. So, Houston Texans 28. That's a little surprising. And
Yes.
The ugliest injury in a long time to poor Alex Smith, man. So. Elo Silverde was dogging it all day Sunday, but he got a real pick-me-up from Mahomes last night.
Yes.
And, Brandon Cooks, who, at this point, I'm just convinced that all Brandon Cooks does is run, like, streaks down the sideline and not catch footballs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he gets a few points here and there, but...
What else do they have over there, right?
What else do the Rams have?
No. I mean,
well, they got lots. I mean, they obviously have lots outside of Brandon Cooks because, as I pointed out, all he does is run down the sideline, not catch footballs, and gets moved on to another team. I mean, dude, this guy's gone through Sean Payton, freaking Bill Belichick. He's down there with McVay, and I mean, who's he on to next, dude? He's gonna be running streaks down the sideline of Buffalo before we know it, dude. I'm sure Cleveland will take a flyer on him. Anyway, Brandon Cooks sucks. Patrick Mahomes, though, you gotta love that, dude. How many times can you say that a quarterback has 5 turnovers, including 2 that go for touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
And he gets 56 points. He's the high scorer for the whole week, man.
He wills it. I mean, it was a sight to watch. I was hoping he would pull some sort of miracle at the end there, but all for naught,
I don't want to dwell on that game too much. I mean, here we've been on this game for a minute, but I mean, do you ever get the sensation that I've never heard this before, but I was literally saying this at the end of the game. I go, do you think the offenses have gotten tired? I mean, it's like it looked like a basketball game out there. My corrections, Tyreek Hill was the high scorer for the week at 58, but, he didn't fumble the ball and get it picked off on a very lazy throw. So 56 points with 5 turnovers, man. I mean, outrageous. So, a good game for Cody there. That was huge. Elo Silverde made it real respectable, kept it in there at 145. I would say if you're going to lose, you might as well score some points. So, or 175, my bad. Or 145, my bad.
145. Speaking of, let's go to the next matchup, the Bag of the Bat versus Wolfpack. Not a good showing by the Bag of the Bat, just 102 points. Decent from his QBs, but besides that, nothing really much. David Johnson, we have a David Johnson sighting, this week.
And he probably would have had a little more of a David Johnson sighting if, his offensive line wasn't just rancid.
Mm-hmm.
Just some terrible holds out there that day. What we have is an Amari Cooper sighting. He's worth 3. I mean, that's tripled his normal yearly output, correct? I mean, honestly, Tay, I've seen better teams. I mean, you're coming in here in Week 11 with David Johnson and Deion Lewis.
And Arizona Cardinals defense, come on. Whatever.
Hey, man, they were coveted. I got blocked on the damn waiver wire on them last Thursday by Straight LA, and I was actually kind of mad about that. So it was the 1 week. And then we all forgot just that, hey, they're the Arizona Cardinals. They're just as moribund as the freaking Raiders. Well, maybe not quite that bad, but they lost to them.
I see. You guys were doing matchups. Okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah, Sam. I mean, it's a novel concept. So if Tay can drag this trash heap into the playoffs, I mean, just all the power to him. This is like Michael Jordan when he went to play for like North Carolina or wherever, man. It was, and I'm not talking the college. Yeah, Wolfpack dominant. I mean, he's loaded up on Chiefs. Good draft. I guess we should talk more about it. But he's got a huge game against my son next week. We'll save for then. So good game. Way to move into a 1-game lead, and there you go.
There you go. Good job on that. Let's go to the next matchup, High Rollers versus Autumn Wind. Autumn Wind, I mean, he surprises 143 points even with the negative 15 from your favorite defense, Tennessee Titans, Rob.
I mean, when he made that pickup, I saw that come across my text, and I went, well, that's really curious. Why are you picking up the Tennessee Titans to go on the road to play against the Colts, man?
He was one that picked up the Browns defense, too, and I made a comment like, does he know something we don't know? When he picked up the Browns.
Well, I mean, it was It was a little. Hey, I look. Who am I to pick apart guys? But that's part of the game here. I mean, I did pick up Derek Carr, and I backed myself to the high heavens for that pickup.
There you go.
I know. I don't think he knows anything that nobody else does. If you're going to run the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans out there, so that was a curious pickup. So. But, I mean, he's trying. I'll give him credit for it. Other than that, his team did pretty good. You're right. If he doesn't lose those 15 points, he's in 160 territory. And, he got the win, right? So,
yeah, I mean, Ezekiel, Ezekiel Elliott, is performing well as a first-round draft pick, like he should have, like you picked him up first round, right?
Yeah, Zeke's been pretty solid this year. That team's just coached by, just horses, dude. They're ridiculous. It's unbelievable that those guys can actually find their way out of the locker room on a regular Sunday, man. It's pathetic that they run this shit into the ground. So, but they stay employed year after year. I mean, is there anybody in football that's actually coveting Scott Linehan as a head coaching position due to his offensive genius down the line? No? Okay. And then the head coach, who's supposed to be a genius, is even lamer. But Zeke, he's done good. How about the Chiefs bottling up Gurley, much to the chagrin of the entire secondary all night? But
it was a passing display, that game. You know what I mean? Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, and Cam Newton, he could have got more if they would have tied up. Riverboat. I forget even his name now.
That team, dude, that Carolina Panthers team gives away more games than any team in any sport. They show up regularly unprepared to play. I don't want to hear Riverboat. Moving on.
Let it out, Rob. Let's go to...
It's bullshit, man.
Let's go to the next matchup. TB12 the Great versus Kelly Panthers. 70 points. Not a great showing by TB12 the Great. Kelly Panthers with an impressive 191. QBs, 49 and 50 points. Jeez.
Yeah.
He got 100. Yeah, there. Jeez.
He did. And 100 points out of QBs is nice. I mean, he loaded it up on that. It's, he's been on a nice little run here, Kelly Panthers. So he's saving some face, He's one of those poor guys that, got burned in the, him and Scotty here, he got burned in the Le'Veon Bell debacle, and it might have got him another game or two. He's just, he's been battling the receivers all year long. So it's, a good week, good, way to stay strong all the way to the ending. I like it. Keep playing. My goal is to go for 500 right now.
Hey,
I mean,
you got to have the goal.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell, man? I mean, I only get to play fantasy 14 weeks a year. Might as well enjoy it, right? So it's and Patrick scored 70. So moving on.
Let's go to New Denver versus Savs. 205 to 99. So it's a big blowout there. Man.
Savs pulled 99 out of that.
Yeah. Let's see. Julio Jones Jones been doing good these last 3 games. And Michael Thomas.
Yeah. I mean, Julio's a great player. I mean, his best play of the game was when he broke up an interception down the field. I mean, they had some great camera work on it and caught his eyes and everything. He just went from, Matt Ryan being overthrew me again. So I'm just going to dive into the safety's solar plexus and knock the ball out. And his best play of the day. We don't award points for that.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, Michael Thomas only got 19. I figured Sean Payton would find a way to run the score up even more to get him into, the fantasy handles. So it's not a good week for Savs. New Denver came in, big week for him, though. Yeah. That's a vicious division over there, 205. Drew Brees, 49. Huge. Philip Lindsay, man. That's a nice little find there.
Yeah, rookie.
That's where. Dude, in our league, there's no question that there is no quieter player, and no quieter good player, by the way, than New Denver. We just sometimes forget about him. Next thing you know, you're playing him in the, in the playoffs, and there he is again. The 205 is a huge game. This team looks like it's coming up real nice there. And, good job on his starts this week. I mean, Stephon Diggs on the bench against Chicago, I don't love it, but then again, I'm not going to sit Keenan Allen, Antonio Brown, or Travis Kelce in their matchups. So it's, I think sometimes we all fall in love with the the quarterback flex too much, but
I hear you.
sometimes
Next
it works,
year,
sometimes it doesn't.
next year, we won't have that option.
Yeah, I will probably go with the same rules next year. See that. We've already addressed that. So anyway, moving on.
Yeah, let's go to the next matchup. Golden State Heavyweight versus Degenerate Bastard. Not much to say. 97-58. Like I was commenting before we got on the call here. Golden State Heavyweight played probably the only other person that he could have beat this week. So hey, any given Sunday, Rob. I mean, I'm not hating on that. I'm just saying, hey, matchup. It's great for Golden State for that. Let's see, Phillip Rivers, 25. I don't know, Rob. Nothing much to say about this matchup.
Yeah, I have no comment. We'll just say that Michael, we all have a dog week. Michael had it this week, and let's. The guy scored like 200 like 3 weeks in a row. So
exactly,
shit happens, man. Move on.
And let's go to next matchup. Your matchup, the Gang Green versus Raunchy Nuggets. Almost got there to the bad beat, Rob. Almost.
Yeah, about 12 points shy of it, man. It's God, man. My morning was going great, and then I was like, wow, I got Alshon Jeffrey and Kirk Cousins and, Harrison Butker. And he still, I knew it was going to be a stretch. He still had Kareem Hunt and Cooks going, And, he basically was propped up in the morning by Luck and Hilton. But then, seriously, this is my season. Kerryon Johnson and Kenny Galladay. He runs two freaking Lions out there against me, Riverboat Ron there, who apparently, he's out swimming in the river when he's trying to drop his defense this week on, the juggernaut that is the Detroit Lions here. My God, he puts up 41 points on me with these two marginal talents, man. It's like, and I don't want to hear the Kenny Galladay, he's open cover up. Whatever, dude. No, okay? So it's that kind of shit. My season's over. It's tough. I'm trying to beat the teams in my division. My goal is to go to 500.
Get to 500,
playing strong. I liked it, but
170. You like we say, 170 will get you wins most of the time.
Yeah, well, unless you're Gang Green 2018, I've been losing with a lot of 140s, 145s. To be fair, I'll throw it in a couple, like a 74, like a 90. So, it's not like I'm totally getting robbed, but it's God. At some point here we should talk about that the Eagles. Aren't they? I'm looking at Alshon Jeffrey here. Biggest fluke Super Bowl winner ever, right?
Yeah.
What kind of effort was that? And it seems like their effort every week sucks ass, man. So, I don't know, man. Moving on.
Now, the last matchup, Straight LA versus Ninja Assassin.
Have we been saving this one or something?
We've been saving for it. I was when I did the matchup, I was like 6th on the list. I was like, you know what? Let's move mine to the last one.
Yeah. I guess you get that honor, dude. 177. Before we get to you, Sam, and yes, I know there'll be plenty of time to celebrate yourself here coming up. We'll all, everybody can turn their podcast after my comment on Straight LA. 177 is 5 points short, right? I got to pay at 182 back in week 4, man.
Yes.
God, and that, David and I, he was asking me the other day, he said, Rob, do we got a chance? And I said, we need to stick together and root for each other right up to when we play, because I need you to win and you need me to win. David, the answer is no, we don't have a chance, man. It's over. But we both put up valiant-ass 170-point plus efforts, man. We just ran into Sam and Scott. So, Sam, your team was wow, man. And what's funny is you're right. This wasn't even peak Sam here, right?
Yeah.
You had 279.
265 was my highest, right? 265 was my highest. So 261 here.
Yeah, but, but if you don't run I don't know where you should have done it. You could have gotten up to damn near 280, man, on that. The 279 was your peak performance.
Yeah, Michael Crabtree with the new quarterback there, Jackson, and I wish I would have known. Maybe if I would have paid attention to it more, I would have swapped him out.
Yeah, that makes the league feel good that you didn't know that Joe Flacco wasn't going to be playing.
I did not know, honestly.
Yeah, Yes, and Sam, I suppose you do very well in your football pools by picking foreign-born conductors of cities that are playing that weekend, right?
So anyways, no, it was exciting. I was texting you during the Chiefs game. That was very exciting to watch. I was like, man, if Patrick would just give me another touchdown or some more yards. But of course, the interceptions and the fumbles, like you mentioned before, gave him some negatives. But no, Saquon. Oh yeah, what was that, Rob?
That's funny. If he had not thrown that, that was just a desperation push down the field. That last interception.
Yeah, and that was a dying duck too.
You would have been 1 point short, huh?
That was like a dying duck too out there. But
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I just kind of wonder if those guys finally got tired, man.
No, he wasn't planted. He just, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he was planted when he threw it. But no, this Saquon Barkley has been solid for me, Rob. It was a rookie. I drafted him pretty high too, second round, third round.
Yeah.
Oh my God! On a rookie,
that kid's a talent, man. He went number 2 in the draft last year. He's a player, right?
Yeah, definitely.
He's impressive. Once we get that old tired man out, who, by the way, Eli Manning had a real nice game last week. It shows you how bad the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are. But he had a rock solid game.
Is it as bad, or did his line finally block for him? He had time to throw now. You know what I mean?
I don't know, but I read a stat today. He was 10 for 10 off play action, man. He had a 94% freaking pass completion percentage in the game, and he's 10 for 10 off play action. I don't know. Apparently, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a little bit concerned about Saquon Barkley. He's a talent, man.
Yeah,
Sam. You got a team. It's gonna be interesting this week without Mahomes and Hill, though, huh?
Yeah, and yes, I have a team, but last week, I scored 70. So anything. I went from 70 to 261. I don't know what to say, Rob. So.
We can say that's fantasy. We just talked about poor Michael earlier. He was rolling off 200-point games like it was just, it's like that's what I do every week, right? He comes in with a 58, man. It's like, really, everybody on my team, they figured they were getting too much love. They had to go to other players on the team the same week. It happens, man.
Yes, and for Rob, I'm Sam. Everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. If you're traveling, be safe out there. And good luck this week, everybody.
Thanks, Sam. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thanksgiving.